us a brief shot of that. And when you're collaborating with an international giant, I would say like Lukoil, what are some of the things they look for when they want to partner with a local company that you were able to provide them? Zakir, could you tell me more about that? Hussein,
okay.
Yes.
Basically, it is, first the brand they are looking at. So as Fair Deal, we are a known brand in the company. And I think ours and Lukoil's objective is more or less the same, where we are, not only looking at the corporate part, but the community in large as well. So these factors have actually met Lukoil to come to Fair Deal because we are a known brand, and we collaborate together and do business.
Okay, fantastic. So now that we've talked about, of course, Lukoil and Fair Deal Energy's collaboration, you were talking to me about the other companies that Fair Deal has, like Fair Deal Furniture you mentioned. And what are some of the trends that you've seen in that particular segment within the Kenyan market?
You see the market is growing, especially the middle class and the higher middle class. The spending, the power, money people have got. I think the Kenyan market is really growing fast.
Okay.
Really growing fast.
Okay, and when you talk about oil and you say you also want to venture into petroleum eventually, and you talk about the Finance Act, of course, and the 8% VAT that's been put on petroleum products, does that make you more apprehensive to venture into that segment?
See, every country has the laws of the land.
True.
And of course, the consumer pricing is based on the taxations which are implied on the products.
Yes.
So we will, of course, it doesn't make us apprehensive because we are trying to bring in world-class technology, and it is of course upon the government to take their calls on how they want to do the taxation pricing ultimately, which is going to affect the end consumer. But we are here to put on the platform the world-class products of what Lukoil can offer. We have all the OEM approvals, what the engine and the car manufacturing companies have, and we are here to give Kenya something what which Kenya has been lacking for.
Okay, and still keeping it with energy, when we talk about renewable energy, of course, the President has also mentioned that we want to get to that point where it's 100% green energy sufficient. So do you think that that particular goal, how far do you think we're from that? Speaking from the perspective of energy, of course, Hussein, can you tell me more about that?
Okay, just to share you the vision of Fair Deal Energy. We are looking into renewable energy, and one of the aspects that we are currently studying is the power plant, to bring a solar power plant into the market, and it is in line with the vision 2030 of the country. And in the future, we expect Fair Deal Energy to move to renewable resources.
Okay, fantastic. So, gentlemen, as we wrap up, your parting shots about your expectations and where you see this going, of course, this partnership with Lukoil from here on. I'll start with you, Mohammed.
We are starting with lubricants, but we are looking forward for the blending arrangement, which can be very, very cost effective for the East African community at large, because we can save a lot on the taxation if we have the blending plant position in Kenya. And of course, Lamu is going to be in the next upcoming port in Kenya, which can have very good shipping traffic, and it will be very easy for us to bring our raw material for the blending and the arrangements. So we are looking forward, and we are looking forward for Lukoil to give us all the required support and technology, because they have been one of the oldest, and they've been quite a fast-growing oil major, and we are looking forward at their support at the upcoming markets.
Okay, fantastic. Anything else you'd like to add, gentlemen?
I think he has said almost all.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. That was, of course, the team from Fair Deal Energy and Fair Deal Group of companies in general joining us in studio to talk about their partnership with Lukoil and more. But let's move on, and now in the breakaway Republic of Somaliland,